Brentford nil, Arsenal 3, and the boys are back in town with another dominating performance to go back to the top of the Premier League. Wow. I'll be honest, I was not expecting us to win that game so convincingly. Brentford obviously beat United 4-0, a very tough away ground to go to. I put them on a par of Crystal Palace in terms of their atmosphere, the way they play suffocating football, but we made light work of that. I'm telling you right now, if Man City played that game, everyone would be thinking, wow, that's amazing. But because it's Arsenal, we don't get the same respect. We don't get the same reward for it, it seems, amongst pundits and fans. Fair enough in a way, I guess we haven't been at the level Man City have for long enough. But that performance was very convincing in the way we dominated that game, minute 1 to 90. We always had a control, gorilla grip on that game, and it never really felt in doubt. I'm going to start through with the fact that we had a chance after 1 or 2 minutes. I always knew the first 10 minutes of this game would dictate how I believed the outcome would finish. And we were at it from minute 1. We almost scored goal of the season within 2 minutes. Some beautiful interchanging play, and the ball goes into Martinelli, to Xhaka, back to Martinelli again, and he just hits the floor. I mean, that would have been such an amazing goal. But after 2 minutes, I was thinking, right, this is good. We're on the front foot, we're attacking well, and we're comfortable on the football. Brentford love to suffocate teams and love to team press. So the fact we were getting our nice passes off, we were comfortable in the ball, that was a very good sign that I believe we were going to build on going into the match. And boy, did we. For all our nice football, we scored from a corner kick. Saka whips in, and who's on the scene? Saliba heading it into the back post. I don't know why the ref didn't give it. He had to wait for goal line tech to get involved. Clearly over the line. It was halfway to the net. But either way, the goal did count as we wanted it to. And that was 1-0 to Arsenal. Well deserved. But then we kept on the front foot, kept pushing the agenda. And we knew that second goal would be so important. And this second goal from Arsenal here, this second goal, I've not seen us score a goal like this. This goal was world class. 2 actions that were world class. This was a Man City and Liverpool goal. Because more often than not, when you score a goal, either the pass is amazing or the goal is amazing. It's not often where you had an amazing pass and an amazing finish. Both were world class. That whip from Granit Xhaka on his left foot was inch perfect, because it had to be. Because if it isn't, the defender clears it, and if it's not, then it goes over Jesus' head, or he doesn't get a clean connection on it. It's an inch perfect pass, and Jesus gets his header on target into the back of the net. It's not an easy finish. I know at halftime, Hasselbank and Sky were saying, the finish was easy. It was a ball that made it. Yeah, the cross from Xhaka made the finish, but that finish is not easy. Backpedaling to leap like a salmon and head that into the back of the net, into the top corner as well. Unbelievable top-class finish from Jesus. A world-class goal to put us 2-0 up, and thoroughly deserved on Arsenal's side. And then we kept the pressure up and went into half-time 2-0 up. And I was sitting there bewildered thinking, what have we done? We look so comfortable. We're playing beautiful football. It's as if that loss against United was completely out of our system, as I wanted it to be. As I said in last reaction against Man United, as I react to every Arsenal game, I said in that reaction, I said, how that Man United result matters, it depends on our next Premier League game. At that time, I thought it'd be Everton, I can't lie. It happened to be Brentford. If we lost this game against Brentford, I'd say that United game was the worst thing that could have happened to us. However, if we turn it around like we have done and beat Brentford, that United game is a blip in the system. It is what it is. We played well, but we just didn't have it, for one reason or another. And now we've followed up that loss with a win, which is what we needed. Because last season, we lose to United, bang, we lose to Everton. We lose to Tottenham, bang, we lose to Newcastle. We lose to Palace, bang, we lose to Brighton and Southampton. We just kept having misery compilers, loss after loss. We need to have that bounce back ability, and the squad showed that today. So that's a very good sign for me. We showed a bounce back within our fights, and of course the result as well, which I love to see. Going into the second half, it was a case of game management. And that third goal was beautiful by Vieira. Unbelievable. We were missing Ødegaard today. A lot of Arsenal fans having a meltdown. For me, it wasn't the end of the world. Ødegaard at home, brilliant player. Away from home, he tends to go missing at times for me. So why not see someone like Vieira? I actually don't think Vieira had an amazing game overall, but he's popped up in the moment when we need him to, with an absolute corker of a strike. Oh my days. Off the post and in. Manuel Neuer, Yashin, Buffon, Casillas. Put anyone in that net, they are not saving that goal. Thunderous strike off the post and in. You could not get a better strike than that. If it was any further to the right, it comes off the post and out. It was off the post and in. Unbelievable from Vieira. And that made it 3-0 after, about 50 minutes? And that wasn't when it literally was game over. It felt game over at 2-0, but 3-0 rubber stamped it. Game over. Arsenal take the 3 points and travel back to North London. And we still carried on the pressure, to be fair, but it didn't matter. We now go into an international break. And I feel like we don't really need it. Let's be honest. Like, an international break is when you're struggling. You want an international break to re-galvanise the squad. But we already look good. We're on form. Let's keep it going. Spurs, obviously, we got them next. They won against Leicester yesterday. The thing with Spurs is, right, they play some fossil football. They do not play amazing football. They are just sit back, soak, and counter-attack. But they win games. Like, against Leicester 6-2. I watched that game minute 1 to 90. It was not a 6-2 game. Not by any means. But they just so vicious on the counter-attack. Assassins up front. Complete assassins. So we're going to have to be very wary of that football match against Tottenham. But either way, look, we're at home. Got our home supporter behind us. We know the incentive for us. If we win, we end Tottenham's unbeaten winning streak. That's then one team left in Man City that are unbeaten, should we do the job against Tottenham. But until then, let's take our break as a team. We've done our job so far. Of course, a lot of these players are not going on international duty. A lot of Arsenal fans are like, what? How are they not picking Jesus Martinelli? For me, good. I don't want them travelling halfway across the world, man. Stay in London, stay in Colney, get your training up. We do not need you travelling to Peru, Zambia, Brazil to play all those friendlies. We don't need it, man. We don't need it. We need you staying back here in London, keeping up with your fitness, getting the more tacticians into you, and that's exactly what we need. I only really think a few of our players are going on duty, which I like to see. I'm going to end with the player ratings now in what was a comfortable performance. Ramsdale goal, I'm giving it an 8 out of 10. His kicking was very good. He didn't really have anything to make apart from a save from Damsgaard. That was it, so I'm going to give him an 8. Right back, Ben White, brilliant game, man. 9 out of 10 for Ben White. He's a fast guy. Honestly, I don't think people appreciate his speed. He's actually very fast on the ball, off the ball. He's a very wise defender as well. He's someone that says he doesn't watch football. I couldn't guess it. He knows where to be at the right times. He knows when to push forward, when to drop back. He knows when to win tackles, when to ease off. He's a very IQ, smart footballer, which I like to see from him. Brilliant performance from Ben White. Saliba as well, 9 out of 10 for him. Literally, it's about time we've got a team that's got a presence from corner kicks. Him and Gabriel are unbelievable. What a header. Rose like a salmon to just flick it into the back of the net. Beautiful finish from Saliba. Defending all day, brilliant. Confident as well on the ball. Cutting back a couple times when he was under pressure. Brilliant performance overall from William Saliba. Next to him, Gabriel was injured after about 20 minutes and I thought his game was over, but stuck by it. Looked good. 8 out of 10. Brilliant performance from him as well. And Kieran Tierney, to be fair, look, Kieran Tierney was one of the quieter players on the pitch. Wasn't really going forward as much as he normally does in terms of whipping in crosses, but he still played a decent game. 8 out of 10. They didn't trouble us, Brentford, and we got a clean sheet, so I can't really fault the defence whatsoever. In the middle, Partey. 9 out of 10 for my brother. Unbelievable performance from him as well. Got booed every time he touches the ball, but he's just a rock in that midfield, man. He's just got an aura about him. You know how people say the Van Dijk aura? There's the Partey aura. When he's in the team, we just look more comfortable. We look more confident. Even if he doesn't touch the ball, we just give off a more confident kind of stature, more confident stance. Unbelievable performance today. And the man next to him, Granit Xhaka as well. Would have been man the match for me after the first half, but I'm going to give it to someone else. But still, 9 out of 10 for me from Granit Xhaka. Brilliant performance. Let's move up the pitch. Vieira, Cam, 8 out of 10. Scored a brilliant goal, and that's why he gets an 8. Other than that, I didn't think he had an amazing game, if I'm completely honest. He wasn't like Odegaard in terms of always on the ball dictating play, but he popped up when we needed him, and he didn't really put a foot wrong. So yeah, 8 out of 10 for Vieira. Right wing Saka, didn't have the craziest of games, if I'm completely honest with him, Bukayo. But look, he's still a pest. He's still a player that gets around on the pitch. Still a brilliant footballer on his day. And he's still contributing to this team. I'm going to give him also an 8 out of 10. And Martinelli also gets an 8 out of 10 for me as well. And the man up front scored again today, Gabriel Jesus. 9 out of 10. And he's going to be my man in the match. Closely followed by Saliba, Xhaka, Ben White, Partey. Put everyone as man in the match for me after today's performance. I don't care, man. Everyone's man in the match. But the real one is Gabriel Jesus. Unbelievable from him. And then our subs didn't really have much time when they came on, like Lokonga and Nketiah, so I'm not really going to rate them. Arteta made his subs really late. But one guy that did come on, Ethan Nwaneri, 15 years old apparently. Wow, I mean, at 15 years old to make your debut for Arsenal in the Premier League, it's an unbelievable performance. Came off the bench, he only had about 2 minutes. I don't even know if he really touched the ball, but it's great for him. And look, the Arsenal train keeps on chewing across the tracks. We are top of the league right now. And now October's where the tough period starts. We've got Tottenham, we've got Liverpool. But if we keep playing the way we're playing, the way we dominate the game, I give us more than enough chance that we can keep at this race for top 4, and who knows, higher if we can. As always, let me know your thoughts of the Arsenal match in the comment section down below. And if you're new around and you love Arsenal match reactions, why football is the place to be, make sure you subscribe on my road to 1,000. I've been Why Football, and I hope to see you lot in the next video.